Today, we're taking a look at Central and Eastern Europe's biggest airline. Wizz Air is respectfully an ultra-low-cost carrier, and that cheap no-frills model is apparently working for them pretty well in the Central and Eastern European travel markets. But just because their passenger volumes and fleet size are so high, doesn't mean they're also the best, right? Yeah, I don't know about that. We're looking at a 3 stars out of 5 on Skytrax as a low-cost airline with some not-so-promising comments. Airline is a complete scam, frustrating and absurd experience. Airlines like this shouldn't exist. Don't let the cheap flights fool you. Yeah, hopefully Europe isn't falling into a trap with that last one, making that the reason they're so high in passenger volume. We do though have quite a bit of nice comments too from better experiences, so Wizz Air can't all be that bad, can it? The plan today is to see how they really are on a flight on board one of their Airbus A321NEOs from Budapest, Hungary, where we left off on Jet 2 last time, over to London Luton. So, how are they at utilizing their high-density A321 for its services? How is the Central and Eastern Europe region doing with ultra-low-cost flying? What's going on, guys? Casey Flower here. Let's whiz over to London and see if bigger equals better out here. Let's go check in. Checking in on the app is easy and standard for an international airline. After confirming who's traveling, seats, whether we want to check bags, we'll get to add the extras. We'll scan and verify our passport with the addition of giving them the contact information before finally telling them that we aren't carrying anything bad. But once that's good to go, the boarding passes too. We got just about 10 minutes to kill until we have to start boarding, which leaves us just enough time for a quick coffee run, but doing it here in the airport would be cheating. We gotta do it on board, for real. See what the Wizz Air's coffee's like, see what that's like, see what they got. We are at the boarding area to get on the Wizz Air Airbus A321NEO over to Luton. We're boarding on time, but I don't know what they're gonna think about my thick backpack I got here, with everything I'm traveling with being my personal item. The personal item that comes free in the airfare, and you don't have to add any extra bags or anything with that personal item. But yeah, when I tried to get it in the Wizz Air bag sizer, it did not fit. It did not go all the way down. So I have no idea how much the gate agents here, the Wizz Air gate agents, are going to care about it and pull me aside and see if I can fit it and have me pay extra for it to be a carry-on. But yeah, a lot of ultra-low-cost carriers I've looked at really care, and others really don't. So we'll see what happens in our report back. So I'll go ahead and catch you guys at the seat. Hotel Alpha Lima Vector Kilo will be the 5-year-old A321NEO to London this morning, delivered brand new to Wizz in July of 2020. How you doing? I made the quick walk back to seat 9A. We got a width of 18 inches and a pitch of 29. 1 point on my seat to the same point on the seat in front of me. Alright, welcome aboard the Wizz Air Neo bound for Luton. So they did board us on time, but then seated us in an additional seating area until they were ready to actually board us. But when we boarded, we got to be outside and board through the front and the back, which is nice for an aviation guy to see everything from the ground level, but not so nice if you're just not dressed appropriately for the weather. But yeah, they didn't say anything about my backpack being too big to fit in the bag sizer, or didn't pull me aside because they didn't think it would fit. They didn't really look or say anything. They just looked at my passport and scanned my boarding pass. So they were pretty chill about the personal item, the free personal item. But just because I had good luck with my Wizz Air gate agents doesn't necessarily mean that goes across the entire network. But yeah, we're on, and first impressions on the seat so far. Yeah, It's a pretty standard ultra low cost carrier economy seat. Nothing to report. It's the bare minimum. You got the thin cushioning with little to no padding, and an IFE and in-seat power is completely out of the question. We got a pretty decent net down there for storage, but really that's it. With a magazine in there with somewhat of a menu, which will take a quick flip through once we are airborne. But yeah, we're just finishing up our boarding and we'll get pushed out of here for an on-time departure. We are airborne out of Budapest and on our way over to Luton. There is no Wi-Fi. I don't think this has to be said, but there is no Wi-Fi on Wizz. I went into settings and went into Wi-Fi networks and nothing was there. Surprise, surprise. But yeah, the crew are forming in the front galley to get some sort of cart service set up for the food and drinks. So that cart's probably going to be coming through here in the next little bit. So to get ready for that, let's go ahead and open up that menu with the cafe and boutique. First things first, to create our meal, we got sandwiches. Looks like that's all they got. So just 3 sandwiches and a wrap. So sandwiches plus a drink plus a smaller snack, and here are the price of all of the sandwiches that are listed here. So it's going to be whatever this price is of the sandwich, and then plus 3 it looks like for the drink and snack. So you got that plus 3 for the whole meal there. We got the warmer noodles, looks like, with the drinks for $3.70, for $4.20. Alright. Cocktails and alcohol for $6.20, $6.90, for not bad. Alright. $10.60 and then $8.50. As well as the coffee. There you go. That's us. That's what I'm gonna be getting for $4.50, $3.20, $3.80. As well as an all-day breakfast for $6. Snackies, just bag stuff for $2.50, $2.50, $3.50, $4.20, $4, $3.70. Sandwiches again, and then the duty free with America's Sweetheart, Sabrina Carpenter, right there. So fragrances and stuff for $29.90, $19.90. More fragrances, I guess. Yeah. Gotta love the European duty free with some toys and even model airplane. You can get a Wizz Air 321 for 14. That's not bad actually. But yeah, there we go. There's the Wizz Air menu / duty free. The crew did come back with the cart service, but they didn't stop at any rows, maybe a few. But of course, we had to be the ones initiating getting anything, and they didn't stop unless you initiated first, and they just rolled by super quick. So getting their attention wasn't really the easiest thing, so I didn't end up getting anything from the cart service. Yeah, I could press the flight attendant call button, but I'm not feeling it. But yeah, it's all good. It happens. Am I happy about it? Not really. But yeah, I don't like seeing crew that just kind of fly by and just rush through the service when they have plenty of time to do it, and that aren't very personal. And when you have to be the one to initiate it first to get something out of it, and they just rush through it like this crew did here. But yeah, not a fan. But yeah, I don't think there's going to be much else to report, if I'm going to be honest, so I'll talk to you guys when we get a little closer. Alright, they just made an announcement saying that they'll come through with the duty-free cart service. So let's see if it's any different from the snack and drink service, and if stopping them to get anything is going to be near impossible. Yeah, this service is no different. They're not stopping for anyone, and good luck trying to stop them if you want to get something.
5 minutes later.
Thank you so much. Okay, we've been reassured. So the cabin crew just came through with a second drink and snack cart about an hour away from landing, and they actually took the time to stop at my row and somewhat initiated and asked me what I wanted and gave me eye contact, which is completely different from before. So they definitely just redeemed themselves there. So I went ahead and got a cappuccino from the service. It's not much, but at this point, I'll take what I can get. Alright, we're about 25 minutes out from landing. I'm going to use the rest of the time on the way in to rate Wizz using my channel original rating system. I call it the Raleigh rating scale, very creatively named because my first name is Raleigh. If you're new, I use this scale to rate and review all the airlines I take at the end of every one of my airline reviews. It uses 6 different categories to see how well each airline did at each of the 6. But if you're not new here, welcome back. You made it this far. What did you think of Wizz? How do you think they did? Well, let's go find out how Wizz did today. The service was an 8 out of 10, as at first they did the bare minimum and completely rushed the first cart service. But they did a little better on the second one, 45 minutes from landing. The first drink, snack, and duty-free carts were only out for a couple minutes, and stopping them to get something out of it would be like stopping a runaway train. It was great though seeing them do a second food and beverage cart closer to landing, and there are a lot more thorough on that one. It may have just been pure luck on my end, but they actually stopped at my row with that one, and I was actually able to ask and enjoy a coffee. So, hopefully if you guys take Wizz, your crew is actually engaging on all of the cart services. The cleanliness was a 10 out of 10, as it was fine and clean with little to no dirt spots. If you look hard enough, I'm sure you'll find something, but I don't think anyone would really care if they're that minor. The Wi-Fi was a 0 out of 10, as there was none available. The food was a 6 out of 10. As to no surprise, everything was bar on board, as the airline's no frills model suggests. There were a lot of drinks and smaller snacks to choose from the menu. The smaller snacks were pretty fairly priced, but the sandwiches were unfortunately a little steep. They only went as far as doing sandwiches, with the exception of a wrap for the bigger snacks, and that's really not much, and frankly pretty lame. Unfortunately, I didn't actually try anything, so I'm really only judging based on the photos. But I'll be nice and say that the hot meals looked okay, and I'm also rather confident that they can't screw up a sandwich. The entertainment was a 0 out of 10, as there was nothing provided by the airline to keep us busy. No Wi-Fi, so download content. No in-seat power, so bring a power bank. And a seatback IFE is out of the question. The seat was a 3 out of 10, as it was the typical, mediocre, low-cost carrier high-density economy seat. Legroom wasn't great, but it worked out for me. Thickness, cushioning, and padding was minimal, so it's gonna hurt for longer periods of time, and there's nothing to help out in the entertainment category like an IFE or power. So the overall rating for the airline is gonna be a 4.5 out of 10. Alright, that is us down in Luton after deplaning and spending quite a bit of time in the passport control line. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed my review on Wizz Air as much as I did on the flight. My final thoughts on it? Yeah, it was pretty much just Central Europe's version of Frontier Airlines, but just in purple. If it wanted to do a better job at supporting and representing Central Europe, it could have Wi-Fi like Spirit, or have in-seat power like Vueling or Transavia, other ultra low-cost carriers. But yeah, things I think it did really good on is the crew did an amazing job at redeeming themselves with that service near the end and making that cappuccino for me. That really hit the spot. That really did its job. So they did a really good job at preparing that for me. And the food, it was alright. Not great, but alright. Could be a lot worse. I think it was okay. Yeah. I think it was fine for the lengths of flights that airline would do. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the flight today, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here and bringing you guys on the next adventure. Bye for now.